The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 9th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great day. And let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to, well, I'd say pick up the phone, but how about feel free to send me an email. Send that off to Steve at TFNN.com. Please send it early. And one more thing, in that subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin our day now with a sea of red. All the U.S. indices that we track are trading to the downside. Dow's down 95, S&P 32, 188 for the NASDAQ. Russell's off 8. Trending's down 15. Semi's off 36. You've got gold trading up $31. Silver's trading up $1.15. Light sweet crude trading up $1.46. Natural gas up 9 cents. 30-year Treasury back about a half a point at 119.19. We've got some movers and we've got shakers. Leading the charge to the upside dollar-wise, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals up nearly a 3% move, $21 and change. Hershey Company on a potential buyout trading up at $21.40. That's up 12%. Food2 Holdings up $18 or 21%. Workday, $16, 6% there. IDEX Labs, about a $13 move, nearly 3%. Shaken to the downside, Aplovian Corp is down 15%. That's a $62 move. Axon Enterprise, $53, nearly 8%. MCore Group, $38, 7.5%. Comfort Systems, not so comfortable, down 7% or $36. Coinbase up 28. That's an 8% move there. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's begin by taking a look at the Well, the New York Stock Exchange, that advanced client oscillator, still remains below zero. It closed below zero on Friday. That's a signal that sellers are the ones that are in control of the general markets. Of course, that is that's being offset with the spot VIX trading below its 50-day exponential moving average. Now, the spot VIX is trading higher this morning out there. So we'll go with, even though it's trading below that 50-day exponential moving average at this stage here with the rising, okay, sellers are the ones with the edge in the markets. What else do we need to take a look at out here? I'd mentioned that's not what I really wanted to go for. It was really more so this tab here. And that is just to show you the new profile on a daily basis that is attempting to form inside of the ES Mini. I will share with you. I only have it on the black background charts. Of course, the black background charts have my real early warning Doppler system out there. It identifies the profiles a little bit earlier, maybe a day earlier than when they're actually forming. This is a bearish structured profile. The top of that profile is 6111, so you know that's strong resistance at this moment in time. Center's at 6077. We're trading below that right now. We're at 6066. Watch 6077 at day's end. Why? Because if price closes below that level, we likely get down and we test that support area at 6022. This profile won't be confirmed until this evening. If you look on the very right-hand side inside the NQ, what you don't see out here is a mere fact that it's just simply in wave number 7. That's letter G. We made a higher high today above Friday's high. The earliest that can be confirmed is tomorrow. Now, support inside of the NQ, or at least the first level of support, will be the top of its profile, 21,340. The Dow Equity Future contract, it has a, I don't remember the top that it has. No, off the top of my head. Well, I'll tell you, though, in a moment. Just get over to a different chart here. It has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That was confirmed with this bearish engulfing candle back on December 5th. And now price is testing a key area support. Now, this is a bullish structured profile. And that's between the buy zone is between 44,634. We're trading just below that right now at 613 and 44,813. Watch that 44,634 level. If you close below that today, and then again tomorrow, you will get a profile change in trend signal. That would suggest lower price. We'd be looking for other levels of support on intraday charts, on the weekly chart, oscillator change lines, things of those sorts. In the case of the Russell 2000, what is am I on this chart here? I'm still on the black background. This still has the sell the D point top. That sell the D point top was confirmed with the bearish reversal candle on November 12th. It's really the high of November 11th. That is the resistance level 24.5560, and we've just had really a sideways move. Support is not until we get down to the 2360 level. So that's what's going on with regard to the daily equity future contracts. Let's move from here and let's go see what's going on underneath the covers. So we'll go switch over to Stevie's white background charts. We'll pick up with the ES Mini, see what kind of signal information we have there. We're looking to see if there's any kind of intraday bottom patterns out here, or where's the next level of support. So there's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on a 5-hour time frame chart. This shows its support because we're trading below profiles at 60, 55, 75. 60, 55, 75. We've got that same breakout level on the 4-hour time frame. We're trading below its level of support. That looks to Stevie like where price wants to head to. On the 2-hour chart says, I beg to differ with you. And the reason why it begs to differ with me is because its breakout level, it has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, its breakout level is at 60, 61 and a quarter. So we got 60, 61, below that 60, 55. We can see on the 60-minute basis we're trading below its breakout level. We closed, well, we're trading below right now. We stopped right at it as we came on the air at 11 o'clock. So that just makes us defer back to the top rows out there. We're trading below breakout support on a 30-minute time frame out here. We closed below, we're trading below it. I don't see any bottom patterns out here when I'm looking at TD9 counts, looking for Rhodes Momentum Indicator signals. Even the 10-minute time frame chart negated its TD9 count. So Stevie's going to go with that 60, 61 to 60, 55-ish area as a likely target for price at this stage. That's the ES Mini. It still does retain its TD9, its daily TD9 count top. Let's go take a look at the NQ charts out here. It's going to take just a moment or so to populate. My apologies for that, but there's a ton of data really that's being generated right here when you take a look at going all the way from the 10-minute into the daily time frame and getting those signals out to us. So we know that the NQ right now, it has that wave number 7 top. You're also potentially in bar number 7. So the only potential top out there is that wave number 7. Not really taught as part of the Chapman wave. This is not I don't think this would qualify as that so-called rogue wave, but do we still pay attention to that 7th inning stretch out there when you get to letter 7 or G? Can't be letter 7, but it certainly can be G, which is the 7th letter in the alphabet. We take a look at the 5-hour time frame. Rhodes Momentum Indicator top price right now is back inside its profile. Now, if this was only a counter trend move in the NQ, I take that back. There's a new profile, and we're already trading below that. So forget what Stevie just said. Now that we open up that chart, we're trading below profile support. A further move lower is likely. If we look at a 4-hour time frame chart, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. We're trading below profile support. 21,164 could be its price target. 21,134 is the 5-hour potential price target. The 2-hour, 21,190. Now, we don't see how well. When we come back from this break, I have to talk to you about the 30 and the 60-minute charts. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the charts here for the NQ. I was mostly focused on the 30-minute and the 60-minute time frame chart. I checked the other 30 and 60-minute charts for the other equity future contracts during the break, and none of them have the same pattern. What's the pattern, Stevie? Well, the pattern is that price has gotten back to its breakout level. The question is the NQ the strong dog in the indices? In other words, the NQ can lift markets, it can shatter markets out there, and right now you do have price that is back at a level of support. That's at 21, 440 and a quarter, both for the 30-minute and the 60-minute time frame. That's a key level that you want to keep an eye on. If price closes below that, then a key level of support will have failed. But right now, if you look at the intraday charts, we're starting to see a bit of a rally. 10-minute, no bottom signal, but we're starting to rally from here. You start to see it. In fact, even if we look at a 5-minute chart, let's just go take a quick 5-minute chart. So we have going here. So we're trading above the prior 5-minute bars high. We haven't done that too much on this move to the downside. So it looks to me like, at least on a 5-minute basis, 21,504 is a price target. If you close above that, it increased the odds of a further rally. It just could be just a counter trend move. That I don't know. But those are the only 2 levels of support in the NQ that I see. Let's go take a look at the Dow out here as well. So let's put the Dow intraday charts out there. Let's see what we find. Again, it was only the NQ that was at those levels. But my question to you is, I don't have the answer, but my question to you is, do you think the NQ is the leader out here? Or is it the Dow? If the Dow is a leader, well, then the Dow, if you take a look at the daily time frame, you look into the upper left-hand side, what you're going to see is price right now is taking on profile support, having formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top a few days ago. That support level is at 44,635. If we look at a 5-hour chart, well, this would be helpful to everybody. You've got a TD9 count bottom pattern that went ahead and completed at 9 o'clock this morning. Right now, we are trading below the low of that pattern, which is at 44,646. You want to watch that. Now, this bar that we're in doesn't close till 2 p.m. So it's got a fairly wide berth. It's a 5-hour time frame chart. Does price close below that or not? If it closes below that, negates that signal nearly right away, and would suggest lower prices likely. If it holds, now you know why. It's a TD9 count bottom. Is it likely to hold? Well, we look at the other intraday charts out here. The 2-hour also has a TD9 count bottom pattern. So the Dow is actually one of the charts to really pay attention to, the Dow equity future contract, that is. It's TD9 count bottom. level here is 44,646. What did we have before? We had 44,640. Perfect. So 44,646. This bar here is a 2-hour bar. This is going to close at 12 noon. If we close below that level, it negates that signal, suggests we move to lower ground. You still have to keep one eye on that 2-hour chart come 2 p.m. We can see the 60-minute, the 30-minute charts here. I've got Rhodes momentum indicator signals. They need bullish reversal candles to confirm bottom patterns out there. Keep your eye on the, I'd say the Dow and the NQ would be the two charts. If you are intraday trading, short side, long side, those would be the ones that I would be watching at this moment in time. So hope that helps anybody out. That's what's going on with regard to the equity markets out there. Let's go. We don't have many requests, but let's go to our first one, which is from Ron, who is trying to identify a bottom inside of natural gas. And his specific question, I think, is today's rally. What's the meaning behind that? I know I paraphrase for you, Ron, but I'm going to open up the daily time frame chart. And I'm going to share with you what we know. We know that the daily time frame chart has a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern. It then formed from there. It went ahead and formed a sell the D point top. That sell the D point top took place on November 22nd when it formed a nice big old bearish engulfing candle. Price then pulled back and basically was testing and for the most part rejecting the high of the swing point from November 4th. One of the cool tools that Tom has taught us. When you test and reject that level, as it did on Friday, if you can't bust them the downside, price will try to bust them the upside. That was the message as of Friday. When we take a look at what's transpired this morning, we did have a nice gap up overnight. As soon as the markets opened up last night, we saw natural gas gap up. Where did it gap up to, or where did it trade into during the entire series of that gap up? Right up into resistance in an area where a counter trend rally would come to an end, Ron. And that's between the price level. We're looking at the January contract between 330, 3.307 to be exact to the tick, and 3.373. 3.373 is the level that price must close above to suggest that this is more than a counter trend move. Now, it found resistance. This is where it really starts to get complicated. All that I'm doing, and I hope, but as you're listening to the show and you're looking at my charts out there, is I'm narrating the chart. I'm not adding any kind of subjectivity at all, just narrating the chart out here, identifying and knowing where support and resistance is at, and what is price doing as it hits those levels, as well as knowing where we have bottoms and tops, utilizing the patterns that I use out here. Well, if we take a look at price running into resistance, we can most certainly say that at that 330 level. But we also found support. Why? Because price pulled back and tested oscillator and change line. You'd prefer that line to be green. If it was green, it would tell you the price oscillator is above zero. It's red. Price oscillator is below zero. But because price is above that, it's still rising. So that's got a little bit of bullishness to it. So you're looking for, I think your question was, do we have an entry? We, just like we spoke about on Friday, and we've got it, although it's not, oh no, it is shown here. You can see that big old buy the D point bottom that formed in the month of November for natural gas, that nice bullish piercing candle. That suggests, Ron, that what price should do is rally towards this oscillator and change line. It's also right close to the bottom of that monthly profile at $3.62. But before it can get there, obviously it's got to clear 337. It's got to clear 339. 339 is the top of the weekly profile out there. If I look to the intraday charts out here, what do we see? We have not even gotten back to the gap. That's what we see out here. I don't see anything else. So nothing more really to assist us there. So I hope that answered your question, Ron. If it didn't, write back to me. I'll keep these charts open, and I'll make sure that I get to that specific answer. But at this stage here, you've got a bottom on the monthly and a bottom on the daily. And right now, we're just dealing with price bounce between support and resistance out there. Neither have failed, so we're kind of somewhat agnostic and neutral, I guess, is more is the proper word out there. So hope that helped you out. And as always, thanks so much for your request. We've got a request from Sam, who wrote in and would like to look for an entry point inside of SMCI. So let's get back to Stevie's other charts out here. And we'll start with SMCI. So the entry point was really back all the way out here. You had a nice wave 7 bottom. I know you probably know this, Sam, but you had a nice wave 7 bottom, letter G, part of the Chapman wave toolbox from back on November 15th. Then the very next day was a gap to the upside. That confirmed something in Stevie's toolbox, which was that Rhodes momentum indicator top. Now you're looking for an entry point. Well, we're trading above profile resistance. We're trading above its oscillator and change line. For the daily time frame, most certainly looks like it wants to rally. Since we have seen that bottom come in, the one we were looking at from back on November 15th. We have only had one-day pullbacks. So SMCI at this stage here is strong like a bull. Where do you get in? Let's take a look at any short-term time frame charts and see if there's any kind of signals, not the 130. But let's go first start with the 30-minute time frame chart. And what do we have out here? I'm just looking for any kind of bottom signals as price pulls back. And at this stage here, I don't really see anything there. Let's try a look at a 15-minute time frame chart. No surprise because we only had one-day pullbacks out here. So maybe that was the clue. How about that, Sam? Stevie said we've only had what? So now that makes it kind of nice, right? I think it makes it nice having both the dance steps, which we got to really properly name. We got to come up with a name for it other than the dance steps out there. But we still have those dance steps. So Stevie's going to go with your entry point, Sam, here at this stage of the game. It's a one-day pullback. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. One or two adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go to our first request out, or our next request, I should say, which is from Jambalaya inside our Tiger's Den. Would like to take a look at Apple. So we take a look at Apple. You can see I've got a small A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That would require a bearish reversal candle to confirm a top. But we can also see that we are in bar number 8 of a TD9 count. In order for a TD9 count pattern to confirm tomorrow, which is very likely, Apple just simply needs to close above the high, or the close, I should say, of December 4th. That close being 243.01. That's the number to put down on your pad of paper. We close above that tomorrow. You've got a TD9 count top with the completion date being Wednesday out there. What should then unfold? Well, you'll also have a new profile that formed on Friday. We're trading above that right now, which is 244.63. That's a strong bullish message out there. But that, assuming we close above that today, Jam, that would be the price target to the downside. Below that, it would be the oscillator and change line, which is near the bottom of that new profile, 240.11. Weekly time frame chart is in an all-out bullish mode with no topping pattern to be seen. Yes, as a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, that requires a bearish reversal candle. We are in bar number 8 on a monthly time frame. This says you could get a top between this month, month being December, and February of next year out there. Prices above all profiled oscillator and change line resistance. Each of these time frames are in bullish breakout mode out there. But tops could be forming, and the first one we'd be taking a look at would be the TD9 count top. And so that says what we ought to do, Jam, if I don't remember, which I probably will, but if I don't, we ought to take a look at Apple both tomorrow and on Wednesday. So I hope that provided you with the information you were looking for, and thanks for the request as always. Fletch, same to you. You'd like to take a look at ticker symbol APG out here. So let's get that on the board. APG is trading right now at 39.34. It tested and rejected its green oscillator and change line. That's bullish, and it is trading above the top of its profile, which is at 38.74. That suggests that we should continue to rally. I'd say we at least rally up into its high from a couple of days ago. And that's up at the 40.89 level. There were about 2.3 million shares that day. So far, we're trading with 455,000 shares, so much lighter volume. Nonetheless, we could call that a high volume high, at least at this stage of the game, although I would really need to go back and take a look at charts to see if that's the case. But right now, the signal to you on the daily is it wants to go attack that high. Signal on the weekly is it wants to move higher. We're trading above the green oscillator and change line. We're trading above profile resistance at 38.69. So it's in a bullish breakout type mode out here. So where's this headed to? Just looks like it wants to head higher. Pay attention to the daily time frame. And on the monthly time frame, that's the fly in the financial ointment, so to speak, and that is its profile level. That's at the 39.98 level. If price can close above that, that would be a beautiful thing and would suggest that you continue to move higher. Daily wants higher price. Weekly wants higher price. Monthly just waiting for the daily and weekly to do their thing out there. And the question is, can price close above 39.98 on a monthly basis? That's what I see when I take a look at APG. The 30-minute time frame chart gave you that nice entry point, or to add to a position. Fletcher was that nice TD9 count bottom pattern and went ahead and completed at 2:30 in the afternoon, and that was on Friday. Resistance here, though, there are two 30-minute resistance levels for you to keep an eye on. Two breakdown areas, 39.38 and 39.92. That's what we see. We take a look at ticker symbol APG, which is, is API group out there. All right, let's go to our next request. This is coming in from Dan inside the Tiger's Den. Dan would like to take a look at Nike. Says there's people both long and short on inside the Tiger's Den with regard to Nike. I don't want to upset anybody out there. I'm just going to simply give you the patterns. And here is the pattern. Well, first of all, on Friday, there was a daily bearish shooting star candle. It wasn't at the completion of a pattern or anything, but did identify and did develop a level of support. Now, we're getting a little bit of follow through. By the way, support would be the high of that candle, or resistance, I should say, which is 81.18. So where's support? We're trading below Friday's low out there. I would have to say this is suggesting, no topping pattern, as I say, but it's suggesting that we would move back to test support at 77.44 to 77.65. That's what the daily chart says. We look at the dance steps down below, 3 days up, 1 day down, 3 days up, 2 days down, 2 days up. Now it looks like we're going to get at least 1 day down, maybe 2 days down. So maybe you're going to see Nike bottom in tomorrow at some point in time. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, the weekly time frame chart for Nike shows that we have been below the bottom of its daily profile. It continues to act as resistance. That resistance level is at the 70. 952 level. So you really want to see Nike, I don't know what I said, Apple, you want to see Nike close above that area, but resistance is resistance. You're consolidating in the monthly time frame chart. Monthly time frame chart shows it's oscillating in change line for the most part ever since the time period of February 2023. We've been below that oscillating change line with one exception, and that was the month of April in 2023. So that's going to be a very key level of resistance. Those of you that are bullish, you've got to see Nike close above that level, which at the moment is printed at 83.60. That's going to change, obviously, from time to time. So what's the call here on Nike? Until it changes its dance steps that we've got in that daily time frame. We had 4 bars to the upside on a weekly basis, pretty strong, not a gigantic move that was out there. So it is suggesting you could easily see a pullback here. Now that we know we've got 4 days or 4 weeks to the upside, you could easily see 1 week to the downside. But that'll evolve when we take a look at its daily dance steps out there. Anyway, 77.44 to 77.65 is a likely target area for Nike out there. Dan, thanks for the request as always. Dude says that there's a lot of folks that would like to take a look at BBAI and VUZI, V-U-Z-I. So let's start with BBAI. What do we know about it? Strong like bull in the daily time frame. Trade above profile, trade above a green oscillator change line. You're in bar number 5. No topping signal here. Suggests that it wants to move higher. We look at the daily dance steps out there. What do we have? We've seen many 3-bar pullbacks. Then when we really started to rally hard, they turned into 2-bar pullbacks out there. So if you're asking, dude, where's a buy entry point on BBAI? Right now, I'd go with a 2-day pullback out there. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, we're trading into its swing point. This is a swing point that developed back the week of March the 8th. That was in 2024. And the volume there was 198 million shares. Last week, we closed into with 242 million shares. Wow. So you're pushing into a swing point with volume. Obviously, the week is young, so we're not going to even worry about today's volume. But what that suggested last week was a test of the high. The high of that swing point is up at the $4.80 mark. Monthly chart doesn't have anything to hold it back. This could be 3 months in a row to the upside for BBAI. So daily says I want to head higher, and we know where that price target is. It's going to be that swing point we looked at on the weekly time frame. So hope that helps you out, dude. Let's go take a look at VUZI. V-U-Z-I is a ticker symbol. See what kind of information we can glean from it. It is traded. It has a TD9 count top. And that TD9 count top went ahead and formed on December the 2nd. That swing point has 5.4 million shares. We're trading into it with 1.5. That's basically about a 4.5 million share day, give or take. We are trading above profile resistance. They closed today, I would say above 275. Ought to get us to test the high of that TD9 count top at $3 even, Steven. We come back from this break. We'll finish looking at VUZI, then go on to the OHI from McGuppy. And, of course, I'd love to look at anything that you'd like to look at as well. Steve at TFNN.com or any message inside the Tiger's Den.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, articles, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the ticker symbol VUZI. Before we went to the breakout there, we were talking about how prices trade above profile resistance, likely go target that TD9 count top from just a few days ago. It's gotten close to it. Today's high, I don't believe it was a test. Today's high was today's high was $3, and the high actually is $3 out there. Got to go 1 penny above it to really test that level. In any event, the weekly chart for VUZI, very strong. You can see we're in week number 4 to the upside out there. So it does suggest that you could start to see some type of pullback or retracement. Maybe it begins this week. Maybe it's not till next week out there. If price can take out that TD9 count top, then it's not this week. And it just needs to close above $3. Monthly chart for VUZI looks good. Just simply trade above, closed above its bear structure profile resistance last month. So everything here is pointing to higher price. The issue is that daily TD9 count top out there. You can see since the bottom coming back towards November 15th out there, there has only been 1 day pullbacks inside of VUZI. So, dude, I hope that helped you out with regard to those two requests. Let's go take a look at the OHI for McGuppy inside the Tigers Den. He's looking for a good entry point. So we're trading below on a daily basis. We're trading into a swing point from the trading day out here of November 6th. Volume on that candle is 2.8 million shares. Today so far, as we're pushing lower, it's with 375,000 shares, so lighter volume. So here's kind of the issue, McGuppy. Do we have a pattern of a bottom out here? Prices pulled back to 39.23. That's his breakout level. 39.23 happens to be below the bottom of its bull structure profile. Not ideal, makes it slightly more complicated because that's an area of support. We closed below it on Friday. We're trading below it now. That's the area where a counter trend rally would come to an end at 30.63. But we're also at support. All right. So which one is it? We're at both. We're at both. Let's see if we can find anything else out there to assist us further. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, Rhodes momentum indicator top, price trading with inside its profile. Support here would be 38.64. Monthly time frame chart. Do we have any kind of a top out there? Well, I don't know, and the answer is no. I don't see any kind of a top other than price getting back to prior highs out there. That can be a top, but no topping pattern. We are trading below Friday's close out there, the weekly close. Perhaps it's signaling to move back to 37.02. Maybe a quick peek at the intraday charts would assist us, because you're looking for an entry point, and the daily says potentially there. What if we look at a 15-minute time frame chart? 50-minute time frame chart formed a TD9 count top. Disregard the oscillator and change line. That's set for a different time frame, probably 30. But we are now a TD9 count top price trading likely back towards 39.06, 39.12. So if you're an aggressive trader, I would say that could be an entry area for you to consider. If we look at a 30-minute time frame chart, yeah, that was the oscillator and change line. Price is sitting on that level right now. We're printing at 39.19. The actual number for the oscillator and change line, 39.18. Support out here is between 39.04 and 39.10. That could be an area where you would consider taking a look at a long entry in here. If we look at the 65-minute time frame chart, what do we have here? A lot of gobbledygook. No bottom signal, just resists at 39.59. That's about all that I can provide to you right now. I don't think we have the clearest of pictures, is really what Stevie was saying. But I've given you the data and interpreted the chart as best as I possibly can. So I hope that helps you out, McGuppy, and best of luck to you. Brent wrote in, and he'd like to take a couple of requests as well. The first one being Gorilla, G-double-R or triple R out there. It is trading at 742. This did not form any kind of a top. It's got a TD9 count pattern, but the high of this pattern was on bar number 7. What we have out here right now, Brent, is price trading with inside its bear structured profile. So in essence, it's traded inside its sell zone, which resides between 667 and 767. So you got that dollar to be dealing with out there. Again, no top. Just a consolidation with inside the profile level out there. The weekly time frame chart. And this it had a 3-day pullback. So since the bottom, since that low out here back on basically November 20th, we've had 1-day pullbacks primarily, but we did have 1 3-day pullback, and that took us into Thursday of last week. On a weekly time frame, we're in bar number 4. Moves to the upside. We can see that this did most recently. This would take us back into the time period of August 16th to October 4th. We had 8 consecutive weeks to the upside out there. We're trading above resistance levels. Resistance levels on the weekly basis would be well, here's your next resistance area. On a weekly basis, it's its TD9 count breakdown level. We get it. It's at about $8.08. A potential level of resistance out there. I don't know that it's a gigantic one. So overall, everything looks hunky-dory out there. When price pulled back, support held on the daily time frame. The question is, can it take out that profile at 767? Brent, you also wanted to take a look at ticker symbol BGS out here. So let's roll over and take a look at this. This is B&G Foods. I know Brent follows this or has been following this ticker symbol for a long time. Now, what you love about today is this did have a TD9 count top that formed on the trading day of December the 3rd. You're taking that out, as Tom would say, in spades with a high volume, what looks like high volume. Volume on this bar so far is 2.3 million shares. Friday was 2 million shares for the entire day. Looks like you've got an A to B equals CD pound on the upside. Price wants to go target 840, Brent. 840 is the daily TD9 count breakdown level. And the reason why I say that comfortably is because we're trading above resistance on the weekly chart, which is profile resistance at 723. So the weekly chart suggests it wants to get back to either the highs maybe of the week of November 1st or the highs of September 27th out there. The highs of September 27th, 944. The highs of the week of November 1 are 890. That's a likely price target. And now the monthly is wanting to get in on the game, Brent. The monthly says that it may form as we end December. Maybe a Christmas present to you is a bullish reversal candle. And that would then confirm a monthly Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Your levels of resistance out here are still the bottom of its profile, which is 806, and then above that 980. So BGS looks like it wants to sail higher with 840 being its next price target. Brent, hope that provided you with the information you were looking for, and hope you have a magical Monday. Mimi writes in, and Mimi would love to take a look at Palantir, PLTR. We take a look at PLTR out here. It completed a TD9 count top on Friday. That's the pattern that is in play right now. It has not been negated. It needs a close above Friday's high to negate that signal. That's at 76.82. A close today below 72.55 at the moment. That's its oscillator and change line. Would suggest that Palantir should go target support. And its target down to the downside, unless new profiles form, would be its breakout level, 61 37. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, the weekly time frame chart confirmed a TD9 count top last week, completes that pattern this week. Its eyes are set on 61.24. That's its oscillator and change line. The monthly chart says, when you boys and girls are done playing in your sandbox out there, let me know, because I'm ready to head to the upside. So the monthly chart, no topping signal. However, this could be week or month number 7 to the upside out there. So that's one heck of a move, but it has had that move. So daily and weekly are suggestion to top because of the topping patterns. They're suggesting a retracement. Watch 72.59-ish first out there. To close below that, daily's lost some momentum, and 61.37 to 61.29 or so would be its likely price target. So Mimi, thank you for writing in. Thank everybody for those requests out there. You've taken me to the 2-minute, what do they call it now, the 2-minute timeout. What was wrong with the 2-minute warning out there? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. So I pulled up the NQ charts. We looked at those when we opened up the show. Our question was, I did not know the answer to that, but I was certainly posing that to everybody else out there. Is the NQ the one that's driving the bus now? And my answer to that question is yes. And the reason I say the answer is yes is we looked at the ES, the NQ, and the YM. We were trying to identify. Now, there were a couple TD9 count bottoms, as I recall. Might have been on the Dow equity future contract. But here you can see on the 30 and the 60-minute time frame charts, those are your lower left. Price got back to that breakout area, 21,440 and a quarter. When you get back to that breakout area, that can be a buy. That's why it was an instrument, I think, that maybe Fletch, it was the OIH or something like that we were looking at. And, price was back at that area out there. That's why, it can be a strong level, certainly at least of support. Is at the bottom, that piece of the equation I do not know out here. So what are you going to do? What do we do out here? Well, I think you've got to watch the 10-minute, then the 15-minute. You've got to watch one thing at a time. What I mean by that is in the case of the 10-minute chart out here, I'm just simply going to expand this out. You've got a bullish structured profile that has formed. Clearly, I can draw in a buy the D point bottom pattern with that bullish piercing candle. And its oscillator change line is acting as resistance. So this is the center of its bullish structured profile. A close above the level of 21,510, let's call it 21,511. Close about 21,511 on a 10-minute basis, that's all, which is another 5 minutes from now. But a close above that is going to signal that price should rally to 21.55, 21.585. This is a bullish structured 10-minute profile. That would be the next level of resistance out there. So that's the first step. We take a look at a 15-minute time frame chart. It has resistance. Again, little battles out here, 21.521, 21.533. When I provide you with this information, these little battles, this is like you being the coach of a football team or a baseball team and knowing what the signals are, knowing what pitch is going to be thrown, know what defense is going to be thrown at you out there. That's how we use this stuff. So, folks, thanks so much for tuning in on Magical Monday. I'll be back with Jacob this afternoon. Have a great afternoon. I look forward to speaking with you again either around 3:15 or at 11 a.m. sharp tomorrow. Take care and have a great day.